afternoon, this is Derek Chamblee, broadcasting from Chamblee, Atlanta, the next great American city. Battleground Zero, the epicenter of the 2017 civil defense of the United States of America. Beautiful day so far today in Chamblee, Atlanta. A little bit cloudy, lots of sunshine. At any rate, it's winding up on 2 in the afternoon, Wednesday, July 12th. 2017. We're following, of course, the path of our current president, Donald Trump. And interesting breaking news and opinion, an opinion article in the New York Times today. Something to the effect, headline, "A Conspiracy of Dunces." And we want to today go back cyber-circle time to what is known as the age of enlightenment. And maybe that can address the, really the questioning of the intelligence of our current president and those that are around him. At any rate, we're going to Wikipedia, cyber-circle time, and we're going to skip down in the Wikipedia article on the age of enlightenment, which it varies when they date it, but sometime around 1650, sometime around the mid-17th century, and through the 1800s through the 19th century. And we're going to skip down in the article. Broadly speaking, Enlightenment science greatly valued empiricism and rational thought, and was embedded with the Enlightenment ideal of advancement in progress. The study of science, under the heading of natural philosophy, was divided into physics and a conglomerate grouping of chemistry and natural history, which included anatomy, biology, geology, mineralogy, and zoology. As with most Enlightenment views, the benefits of science were not seen universally. Rousseau criticized the sciences for distancing man from nature and not operating to make people happier. Science during the Enlightenment was dominated by scientific societies and academies, which had largely replaced universities as centers of scientific research and development. Societies and academies were also the backbone of the maturation of the scientific profession. Another important development was the popularization of science among an increasingly literate population. And it goes on that some historians have marked the 18th century as a drab period in the history of science. However, the century saw significant advances in the practice of medicine, mathematics, and physics, the development of biological taxonomy, a new understanding of magnetism and electricity, and the maturation of chemistry as a discipline, which established the foundations of modern chemistry. And it goes on. Scientific academies and societies grew out of the scientific revolution as the creators of scientific knowledge, in contrast to the scholarship of the university. During the Enlightenment, some societies created or retained links to universities. However, contemporary sources distinguish universities from scientific societies by claiming that the university's utility was in the transmission of knowledge, while societies functioned to create knowledge. As the role of universities institutionalized, science began to diminish. Learned societies became the cornerstone of organized science. Official scientific societies were chartered by the state in order to provide technical expertise. Most societies were granted permission to oversee their own publications, control the election of new members, and the administration of the society. After 1700, a tremendous number of official academies and societies were founded in Europe, and by 1789, there were over 70 official scientific societies. In reference to this growth, Bernard D. Fontenelle coined the term, quote, the age of academies, unquote, to describe the 17th century. The influence of science also began appearing more commonly in poetry and literature during the Enlightenment. Some poetry became infused with scientific metaphor and imagery, while other poems were written directly about scientific topics. Sir Richard Blackmore committed the Newtonian system to verse in Creation, a philosophical poem in 7 books, 1712. After Newton's death in 1727, poems were composed in his honor for decades. James Thomson, 1700 to 1748, penned his poem to the memory of Newton, and that's Sir Isaac Newton, which mourned the loss of Newton, but also praised his science and legacy. And a lengthy piece in Wikipedia on the Age of Enlightenment. And an interesting thing, too, is one of the most influential books was actually a collection called the Encyclopedia, the first encyclopedia. And now what we have here is a cyber encyclopedia, Wikipedia, and we urge you to read the article on Age of Enlightenment. It said that basically this led to the inspiration of the French Revolution, and just prior to that it led to the inspiration also of the revolution in the Americas, the American Revolution, which birthed the United States of America. And very interesting too, because individuals like Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin spent time in Europe, especially Benjamin Franklin, going back and forth and bringing it, according to the Wikipedia article, you'll see it, Benjamin Franklin bringing ideas back to Philadelphia. And we're going to get back to the Age of Enlightenment and look for Great American Eclipse, Trump Path, Blackout, Age, Enlightenment. This is Derek Chamblee. Beautiful day in Chamblee, Atlanta. It's winding up on 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Wednesday, July 12, 2017. Thank you very much.